Just hit it and it'll, okay, hey, I'm live here with a client of mine, Tommy, and he actually came to Park City for some stem cells from Dr. Harry, right?
Yes.
But I want you to inspire them with your story. I put in the title, 20 plus years of chronic pain,
Correct.
liver pain, digestive problems, and then 8 years ago, the bottom kind of fell out on you.
It did.
Yeah, so tell them a little bit about that progression, and then I want to talk about everything you did, because we watched the movie Root Cause the other night.
Yes.
Okay, and we were laughing because when I was sick, I did everything. The movie starts with the director, and he he went through all the things he did, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was acupuncture, this, that,
Yeah,
I mean, it was like, you name it, a long list, and yet he was still sick. That was you and I.
Correct. That is exactly me and Dr. Daniel.
Yeah.
So my issue started about 20 years ago. I'm 41 now, so about 21, 22, this is where I was. And it started with severe liver issues, constipation, back pain, intestinal issues, you name it. But I was young, I wasn't paying attention, I was drinking, I was partying, I was eating badly. It continued very severely, where at one point, in Canada, I live in Canada, so in Canada they removed my gallbladder, which made things way worse, way worse. My symptoms got even worse. My digestion got worse. I started having heartburn, sex drive issues, testosterone issues, you name it, I had it. But things got really worse. I mean, my body was able to take it until 2010. So in 2010, I was diagnosed with something called H. pylori. I went to the regular MDs, and guess what? They gave me antibiotics, and I had no idea back in the day, so I trusted them. I took the first round, the second round, the third round. I took 7 rounds of antibiotic to a point where I was bloated completely. My intestines were bloated. So I realized things were pretty bad, and this is where I started turning to functional and the natural pathway.
So tell all the things you did.
Oh my God. I mean, I don't think we have enough time, but I can tell you one thing. Name it, I did it.
Yeah.
I started with the functional medicine, and then I started with the supplements and the tests. So basically, I did a lot of tests, and the tests, what they said is, not only still had H. pylori, but I had fungus, I had parasites, I had Lyme disease. So the H. pylori was kind of the door to all these issues to service and to get worse.
And the antibiotic allowed all those things to basically enter into that terrain.
Absolutely. I had no immune system whatsoever. I couldn't find anything anymore. It was a nightmare. It was a complete nightmare. So I started turning to the natural side of it. And, from doctor to doctor, I did acupuncture, I became vegetarian, I became fruitarian.
All he ate was fruit.
For a year.
I want to make one point there.
Yes.
Each one of those dietary changes, you probably said, I felt better.
Yes.
Right?
For the first 2 to 3 months, I was like, oh my God, this is it.
This is it.
I got it.
Yeah.
But
remember diet variation? When I said the diet change, I don't care which one it is. Paleo, this, that, that's the magic. Go watch that video last week.
So I was vegetarian, fruitarian, then I became vegan, and things got way worse. I'm going really quick, but this is an 8-year process, jumping from one doctor to another, and seeing the top ones. I mean, I'm not going to mention names, but they're pretty top on the list when it comes to the natural health of things. But you know what? Things got worse. It didn't get better. At the beginning, they were good, but my symptoms got worse and worse and worse and worse. I started having my skin was just opening for no reason. My gut, oh God, I wasn't able to digest anything at all. I would eat, it would just come out undigested. I mean, things really, I was desperate because I'm like, okay, the medical didn't help me, the natural's not helping me. What am I doing? So I went on a rampage of trying to find new doctors. And this is where I fell on Dr. Daniels. So before Dr. Daniels spoke to me, I spoke to 4 different ones. From London, one was from Panama, the other one was from Switzerland, and another one from Florida. I spoke to all of them. They all told me the same thing. You need to change your diet. Your diet is...
You changed your diet 5 times at that point.
Correct. I'm like, I've been changing my diets. So anyhow, I spoke to Dr. Daniel, and his approach was completely different. I mean, I'm a stubborn person, and I just do what I know, and I'm going to do it fully, and I believed in it. But the way he spoke to me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I can tell you one thing. In the first month, just 1 month of me following what Dr. Daniel told me, every single day, I would go to the washroom and looking at what's coming out, and it was disturbing. I had a 2.5 foot long worm that came out of me.
Yeah,
So
I remember.
Yeah, I would actually send him the picture. So just a first month, simple, nothing dramatic.
But I have to say this because what I had said to him, look, that's not why you're sick.
Yeah.
Right? Because most doctors would be like, oh, the parasite's why you're sick. I'm like, no, that's opportunistic. We have to get upstream.
Absolutely.
I suspected hidden infections.
Yeah.
I suspected heavy metals.
Yes.
And we started down that road. And
so Dr. Daniel was the only one that spoke to me about cavitation, even though I've already heard about it, and he's the only one that spoke to me about heavy metals. Now, I had amalgams in my mouth, which, I have removed, but I never paid attention to that. So he's the only one that spoke to me about it. And once I started on the program, I mean, things were just amazing.
I'm going to talk to them tomorrow night about the detox because many of them aren't able to lose weight, which became an issue too. He weighed 70 pounds heavier than this. How long ago?
Yeah.
Not that long ago.
So
6 months ago. 8 months
about
ago.
8 months
Okay,
ago.
8 months ago. Yeah.
About 8 months ago. Right now I'm at 182. Okay. When I met him, and that was a good times for me because I was at 245. Then I lost about 10-15 pounds. I was yo-yoing between 235 and 230. So when I met him, I was at that range, 230. Within 2 months, I dropped to 200.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even looking for the weight loss.
But here's the thing: he wasn't even able to lose weight, just like most people. But it was the detox, which I'm going to talk to you about tomorrow night, is why most people can't get fat adapted and struggle.
Correct.
Then it was a lot of the fasting, the intermittent fasting, the diet variation.
Correct.
Listen, if I told Tommy to stand on his head in the corner for 10 minutes every day, he would do it for 20. No, you do it for 20.
Exactly.
Because you're an overdoer.
I am an overdoer.
I love that.
All I can tell you is Daniel brought me to a place where I never even expected or dreamt of. Because you know what? Today I'm 41. I'm way healthier than when I was 20 or 21.
And we're capping it off with stem cells.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't even want this to be about me. What I want them to hear is this. We did watch the movie Root Cause.
Yes.
Okay. So the guy goes through all of this. It was well done, actually. It's on Netflix. And in the end, I mean, all the things he did, he was like us.
Yeah, we did it
They
all.
missed one thing.
Yeah.
A root canal.
So
A toxic root
I'm
canal.
going to talk about that. So I'm actually not done with my cavitation, but I did the bottom.
Well, you stop there. After you did the bottom,
That's what I want to
you
explain.
texted me or emailed me
Right away.
right away saying,
away.
is it possible the 20-year liver pain's
Yeah.
gone?
So I had a pain that no one was able to even tell me what it was, or far from even fixing it. I did my cavitation on this side. Within hours, my pain gone completely without doing anything special to it. And I was actually amazed. I said, maybe this is something in my head that I'm believing that. But no, until today, that pain on my right side is completely gone.
Yeah.
So
and they don't even know. Some of them don't know what a cavitation is. It's when you get a wisdom tooth out or any tooth extracted. Was it a wisdom tooth in that case?
I had a wisdom tooth and an extraction.
Yeah, it heals over, and you have an infection that over the years gets worse and worse. You have no pain. Did you have pain in that?
No.
Yeah, zero. I didn't either
No.
in mine. But those hidden infections are one of the reasons I'm going to go over tomorrow night of why people are sick, don't have energy, brain fog. I mean, all the things that we hear often. But it's typically either these hidden infections, root canal, cavitation. But in that movie, the guy, that was his issue. He found it. He got his life back. All those things he was doing, waste. The parasites, the candida, all of it, right?
Yeah,
it was the darn root canal.
I mean, it's not only the physical pain, but I went through anxiety, severe anxiety, depression. I mean, I'm going to share something very personal. I reached the suicide. I literally reached the suicide, but that's another story. But all I can tell you is I played back the movie in my head, and all my issues, I mean 100% of issues started right after they started playing in my mouth. Mm-hmm. After my first root canal, I had a root canal as well done, 2 of them, and right after that my issues started. Yeah. And then when they started with the mercury and fillings and all that, so this is where it really started. I hope you guys take my story and it could help you guys look into the heavy metals, look into the cavitation. It's really the root cause of.
And I'm going to talk about that tomorrow night, as well as some, I'm going to talk a little bit about the fast, some options you have during the fast, but I do want to focus on that. And that's the key, is you go upstream and you figure it out, right? The gut, the bugs, the pad, you'll never fix the gut.
Nope.
There's something going on upstream.
You're
one of many, man, that I have, and I see. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I tried to fight them for, I don't know, maybe 5 to 6 years, and they never went away. But the moment we started addressing the root cause, they're just coming out on their own. They just didn't want to be there, actually. So
That's right. No,
yeah, they just
exactly.
didn't want to be there, and they're still coming out slowly. I don't have much left, but yeah, look at your teeth, look at your
Now, upstream causes. We're going to talk about that tomorrow night. All right, thanks, Tommy. I appreciate it, man. Yep, absolutely.
Good night.
Yep, good night.
So
Awesome job,
Good
man.
job?
Yeah, I can't wait to do it. So.